So I believe my issues with walking are actually twofold: rebuilding walking motion through neuroplasticity and overcoming spasticity issues. Is this the correct way to look at stroke? In some cases, yeah, not in all cases. It really depends on the person. But yeah, you have both things going on in most cases. Spasticity does interfere with neuroplasticity, or the brain rewiring based on new conditions. So when you present new conditions or new challenges for the brain, that's how neuroplasticity, the brain rewires around that new experience. That's neuroplasticity. So the reason I say that is you have to present the brain with those new experiences, or experiences that used to be old but are now new again, new things that you, since your stroke. That's neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity, or brain rewiring, helps to minimize spasticity. And on the flip side, spasticity does make brain rewiring a little bit more challenging, because you're trying to fight, you're trying to activate a weak muscle that's having to fight against an involuntary contraction of another group of muscles on the opposite side of the joint. So what do I mean by that? You're trying to work on wrist extension, but you have spasticity in the wrist flexors. So now you already have weak wrist extension, but it not only is it having to lift the weight of the hand, but it has to fight against the spasticity, or the involuntary contraction of the wrist flexors. So where do you start? If you are someone that wants to really get the most out of neuroplasticity, or brain rewiring with spasticity, is you work on inhibition, learning how to relax the spastic muscles. So everyone wants to lift, 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 and they put all this effort into lifting, and all that does is make the spastic muscles contract harder. So the command, or the cue, is relax, relax. Right? So where we usually start, and I've shown this in a lot of videos on YouTube, is hanging the hand off of a table. The hand's going to want to do this. You want to work on relax. If that means you got to use your other hand, treat it like it's like a baby. Like you want it to feel comfortable. You want your arms supported, and we call that inhibition. That's step one, is learning how to inhibit the wrist flexors. That's where you want to start. Everyone wants to jump right to lifting the wrist or the hand up, and you really have to get that inhibition part down to really take advantage of what I just said. Getting the neuroplasticity, you got to decrease the spasticity. But on the flip side, your motivation or your hope should be to do the hard work, because neuroplasticity will potentially decrease the amount of spasticity, or decrease the amount that it interferes with normal movement. So hopefully that was explained that. If you liked that video and you want to learn more exercises on how to improve your walking, definitely check out this video over here or that video over there. If you want even more help, check out our Gold membership program, where you'll get access to over 300 exercises that are not here on YouTube, as well as access to our monthly lives where you can get your questions answered.